apple won't wait for me. Living in the city, pushing to the limit. All that hustle and bustle in a New York minute. It's all up to you. Do what you wanna do. Living life in the city.
Hi everybody! Haven't seen you so much since the show closed. The pizza's on its way. It's Coscarina, so it's worth the wait. But there's food and drinks if you need them. Help yourself.
Is it anchovies?
What? No way, you know I hate those.
I'm just messing with you, sis.
You won't believe the wild audition I had today.
You actually found the time.
After about 4 months, thanks to my work schedule.
Let me guess, you sat in a small room with about 40 people for about 6 hours trying to figure out what that smell was before discovering that it was, in fact, you.
No, you waited 5 hours only to be told that you were too tall. Or too short.
He wasn't gone that long. Alex, don't be bitter. You don't get up before 10 a.m. to go to an audition yourself.
I wait tables and get home late.
You wait tables and go out afterwards.
Okay, if I could just maybe...
I'm a night owl.
You're an alcoholic.
And I'm the storyteller, if I can finish here.
Hit it, Cisco.
Alright, I want you to picture the ultimate test of human limitations.
Oh,
You have
please. We've all had auditions like that.
Well,
Take
no, we
me,
didn't-
for instance.
No, if I can...
I was at this movement call, and they put me in this room with no carpet and really loud flooring and no lights and no music, and they tell me to go.
My brain's racing, and I start doing every step from every dance I've ever learned in my life, and they're not watching me, and they're just sort of looking right through me. And finally I just stop and say, "Thank you!"
You make it sound like this never happens to other actors.
Well, when it happens to you, it certainly feels like you're the only one.
Well, at least you go to dance calls. I can't even muster up the hokey pokey.
Hey, maybe you should go to the dance class that Raine and I go to every week.
You ought to. It's really cheap, and we'd love to have another friend there.
Excuse me, ladies, but I believe this was my story. Now, picture, if you will, the ultimate in human torture. I like to call it the voiceover audition. And before anyone says he's got the perfect face for radio, let me convey my pain. I spent 2 hours in the green room, waiting with my little sides, and they finally let me in. It's just one sentence. All you need and more! All you need and more. Yeah, all you need and more. I say, it is all you need and more.
Great. Okay, just 2 more.
All you need. That's what you said a while back already.
We can hear that.
I'm sorry, I just need a minute. I need to do this because it's all you need and more. Because it's gonna pay the rent. Oh. It is all you need and more.
Great. Those are really great. Okay, now can you do it in Spanish for me?
¿Qué?
The whole thing in Spanish. Just a couple times.
Todo que quieres y más. I was fried in English. Now she wants me to translate? Yo quiero my dignity.
So I don't go to voiceovers that much, but aren't they like that? I mean, it's not like you have everyone ask you if you still have the bubble.
They do not.
Oh, yeah.
Still?
What bubble? What are you talking about?
Alex was really famous once in this TV miniseries called The Lid on My Id that made him a semi-celebrity, but he was playing a boy in a bubble character.
I've been identified with the character ever since.
So that's the thing deflated in your closet? I thought that was an air mattress.
Oh, you do still have it. How perverse is that? I mean, wow, just... Ooh. Scott, let's see why he's not home yet.
Rude.
Huh? Yeah.
Wait, you've never seen it? I got the tapes at my house.
What was it about?
This character could never leave the bubble. because of an immune deficiency disorder. And since my development skills were all screwed up, my parents had to follow me around everywhere. And oh man, this thing has followed me to auditions ever since. I mean, this one time, I was auditioning for Shakespeare in the Park.
And let us, ciphers to this great to come, on your imaginary forces work.
Can you humor me for just a minute and do that whole thing like you were in the bubble?
Sure. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention.
Oh, you think I got that job? Yeah, right. I wish they were in that damn bubble for a minute.
You know, I'm surprised people remember a show that was on so long ago.
You don't?
I've never seen it.
I've got the poster hanging in my room.
You know, our parents didn't let us watch much TV. Mom and Dad thought TV was a bad influence.
Yeah, a lot of good that did. Now we're both actors. Well, you get off the phone. You are missing the cool stories.
I'll be back in a sec. Yes, yes, honey. I don't like it any more than you do.
Did you ever hear the story of how I met your sister? Now that is an audition story.
Can I ask what I did wrong at my last audition? It was for Cats.
Did you mess up the dancing?
No, I never got to dance. I went to the singer's call.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Only
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Next, please. Next, please.
I was like, they didn't even let me finish. What?
It's awful. Sorry, I can't believe it.
I was the only one that came prepared. Everybody else was in the waiting room in dance clothes.
They call themselves professionals.
Wait, I don't think what you did was that bad. I did the same thing auditioning for The Color Purple. I came, you know, in the black clothing and then the purple face all around like the Blue Man Group. It was pretty cool.
Hi, I'm Alex Harding.
They didn't give me the time of day. I came in, I said my name is Al, and they said thank you very much.
What, the Blue Man Group wasn't auditioning that day?
Well, it was The Color Purple.
You don't know the plot.
No.
Read the book, seen the movie.
It was a movie?
Sophie, you know, I bet I could get you an audition for the movie I'm working on.
Really? You think you could get me a job on your shoot?
Yeah, I mean, I know we haven't started even shooting the secondary characters yet, and they are still looking for someone to play the girlfriend. You'd actually be perfect for it. And the director owes me big time.
Why?
Well, I was working on a movie with him last summer, and he was hitting on me constantly, and I couldn't really say anything because I was acting in his movie. What could I say? So one night I get this email from him with a picture attached, and it's of him completely naked.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, right. So he knows that I have this picture of him, and if I show it to anybody, it's only going to make it that much harder for him to get an actress into bed. So when I approached him about it, he made it pretty clear he'd do just about anything to keep it under wraps.
Well, I thought you were a receptionist yoga teacher. How do you find time?
I juggle.
Oh, can you teach me? You know, I've never had circus training.
So you guys, I've talked to the pizza place. I'm sorry the wait's been so long, but they are really great. Are we still talking about auditions?
What do you mean we, miss? I'm attached to my cell.
Sorry, Scott keeps calling. You know, the soap opera people's auditions are going long and he has to stay until the entire studio is empty. Listening to the same thing over and over and the same stupid people.
John. Yes, darling. Yes.
John, oh John.
Forever, my darling.
How did I get this lucky?
My girlfriend could act rings around these people.
Soap operas. I bet we could get the job the way we got our first break.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think I still have bruises from that.
Bruises? You left me scarred, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually.
Are we still telling this story?
Oh, doesn't matter. We've got a better one. Remember? How about the time we were called back to sing?
I almost forgotten about that.
Okay, now we've been to the initial audition, hours, days, whatever, but they called us back, and it's just 3 of us. Me,
This guy takes the cake. I'm telling you.
Old Man River. That old man river.
And by the way, we were in Harlem.
It was a musical about race relations.
No, you wouldn't believe what I had to sing in an audition.
What for?
It was this whole season, mostly comedies, somewhere in Pennsylvania. I had my song already. I had monologue all worked out, and then the monitor comes into the room and says, "Have a Christmas song prepared."
Well, that shouldn't be a problem with all of Dad's awful caroling. You should know dozens.
I do. Everyone at these things always sings the same thing, and I wanted to stand out, right?
Do you have a Christmas song? Preferably something we haven't heard 10 times today.
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay,
Yeah,
and when I have...
How about a Christmas song?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
About that song even existed.
That had to be the strangest
Thanks.
I've seen all day.
Somebody called that girl with the short skirt who sang Jingle Bells back in here.
She was terrible.
I know, but I want something to look at while we make our decision.
Needless to say, I didn't get the job.
Who did?
The girl in the short skirt who sang Jingle Bells.
You just don't take this stuff seriously. You gotta give the people what they want.
I'm no kiss-up. Besides, I had fun and that's all that counts. Hey, when are we gonna see you in a short skirt, bubble boy?
Amen.
No job, no money.
Always with the downside.
Sis, in need of money.
Oh, for crying out loud, I'm sure you still get an allowance.
She's gone. I'm back. Tell me the Chloe story.
What Chloe story?
The one I've been trying to tell all night.
Yes, please do. The suspense is killing me. Or my stomach is just trying to tell me it's hungry.
Okay, the first thing you have to know is that Chloe and I end up at a lot of the same auditions. We're both character actresses with the same voice type.
Yes, high and mighty. I mean that as a compliment.
Anyway, we were both called back for the same thing, and we sang the same song. I could hear her in the audition room. And I was so tired of it always coming down to the two of us. And then they call me in to read with her. You.
Here.
So, you are bitter rivals meeting again after Charlotte's husband has left her for Rachel. Now, the script is really minimal, so, start with it and then continue with improvisation.
I can't believe you tramp.
It's not like you loved him.
And you do?
More than you do.
I just can't stand you!
You just can't believe somebody would choose me over you, can you?
You take that back! I can't believe I had to put up with you!
Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
That was great. Wow. Yeah, both of you with stage combat experience. It's perfect. We'll be calling you about rehearsal schedules.
Thank you.
She threw you to the ground?
She's freakishly strong.
Oh yeah, and no stage combat either. I bit her arm so hard when we started rehearsal, she still had bite marks.
Hey, Cascarino's Pizza's here! Yay!
Bye.